Remember when Goku said that this is how to go even further beyond? Well, iDubbz has also found how to do that, but he's doing it for spinelessness and being a cuckold.
Welcome back to another episode of iDubbz Complains. I am coming to you live from Barcelona, Spain. If you guys aren't familiar with Barcelona, I recommend you keep your eyes on them, because they're looking like a pretty hot team this year. Well, I know the season's coming to a close, but let's just say that some of my boys on the inside have told me that they have been taking steroids, which is going to improve their soccer performance. Today's episode of iDubbz...
What? Was that supposed to be a joke? And my god, look at this man. It looks like he has not experienced a single shred of happiness in years at this point. It looks like someone's holding him hostage at this point. I know his she-devil wife is holding him hostage. I know that. But it looks like someone else is also now holding him hostage. My god, he just looks miserable constantly, doesn't he?
Complains is all about immigration and xenophobia and racism
Oh
and
boy.
TikTok and the
Oh boy.
TikTokification of xenophobia. The interest in this topic was spurred on from a guy named Kurt Kaz. Now, this guy Kurt Kaz, he is a travel vlogger. So you would think with all of the traveling around the world, that would really open your mind to different cultures, different ways of life, and...
But it does. I'm pretty sure it opened his mind, but not in the way that you wanted it. You see, India, for example, 20 years ago, was considered to be this mystical, enlightened, spiritual place of mysteries. Yes.
How we're all just people trying to live. But unfortunately, he's a great example of how you can travel the world, and as long as your mind is fucking closed, everything you see is just gonna confirm your biases.
Remember, if iDubbz does not say that you're a good person, you're not a good person.
Look at this.
Oh, that guy threw something on the floor. Well, straight, I should say.
At the fucking states of the city. This is Rome, guys.
Like the Casbah.
This looks like in Bangladesh or something. Look at this, guys.
What do you mean, or something? I would like to hear more, but you're just saying it looks like Bangladesh. Is that because there's people from Bangladesh here? Or are you just assuming where people are from? There's a lot of people with...
This is what I hate about people like iDubbz. They are so quick to point the finger, you're racist, you're a bad person, but did you notice what he did? This is what these people constantly do. He accuses the guy for saying that, oh, look at these people, they're from Bangladesh. And yet iDubbz is like, yeah, these people are from Bangladesh, how do I know? Well, I just assume from where they are. So, the guy can't assume anything. But iDubbz, oh, he can assume everything. He is allowed, because you see, he's on the right side of history. Which is on the left side of history, which is kind of ironic, honestly. Oh, but still.
brown skin in the world, and they don't all come from Bangladesh. I don't know, do they have fresh fruit and vegetables in Bangladesh? I mean, that's one indication it might look like Bangladesh. I've seen this guy's videos, by the way.
Maybe not.
He goes to Bangladesh.
Okay, thank you. Right. Wow, it is madness.
He's gone to a random farmer's market where the population of immigrants is a bit higher than other places in the city, and he's saying, yep, we're in fucking Bangladesh.
Look at the state of this place.
You mind telling us what the state is?
Look at the fucking state of the city. Look at...
I mean, are we supposed to not have eyes? It's clearly dirty and bad. It's not, it doesn't look pleasant. But iDubbz is just gonna probably ignore the graffiti, the dirt on the streets, everything. Obviously.
the state of this place. Look at this, guys. Look at this.
But I don't know what the state is. I need you, the vlogger, to tell me.
I mean, you could just use your eyes, technically. You know, that would be kind of a really easy thing to do. But, I mean, Clearly, you don't have enough tattoos.
See what the state is.
Look at this, guys. This is Rome. This is Europe.
Legends say whenever iDubbz does a Vogue, he gets another tattoo.
Does this look like Europe to you?
Yes, it looks like Europe to me.
Why?
What the fuck else are we supposed to gather from this video?
Why?
It's like this guy. This is so obnoxious.
Isn't iDubbz not even from Europe? I'm pretty sure he's like Australian or something like that. You know, the place that's currently literally trying to censor existence itself.
A lot of these guys that we're going to look at, they have an idea in their head of what European culture is, their idea of these things.
Oh, well, yeah, because it's a pretty well-established thing that has existed for a very, very long time and has, you know, it's literally the most predominant thing in the world, technically. So, I mean, yeah, everyone has a vague understanding what that is, unless you're stupid.
Is like a caricature. It is like a postcard. It is not.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's not a single Italian who's gonna say that this is not. There's not a single Italian who's gonna say, "Oh no, this character does not characterize us well," because we're a country that is not known for their foods, pizza, the Eiffel Tower, all of these things. Eiffel Tower, hello, whatever. Everyone is gonna agree this. What? Does iDubbz think that these characters are just random? Does he think that countries are just randomly going together and being like, okay, Spain, how about Spain, okay? We're gonna just randomly now say that you are known for not bullfighting, okay? Because that's a thing that you don't do. We're just gonna take this random thing that you don't actually do, and now everyone's gonna play along and pretend that that's not a thing that you do. Is that iDubbz's take here? Is he really that stupid?
Caricature. It is like a postcard. It is not like what they're actually like a caricature. It is like a postcard.
This postcard is probably pretty accurate to France. I think most French people would be like, yeah, that's pretty French right there. But iDubbz can't have that because you see, white bad.
It is not like what they're actually experiencing on a daily basis. What are these people doing on a regular basis? Selling and buying a bunch of produce in a market. And he's saying, this isn't Europe. I'm not seeing any white cheese vendors. This is nothing
Okay, iDubbz.
like Europe. This is nothing like Rome.
I don't see a single Italian here, guys. I am more Italian than any of these people. Look at this.
I don't see a single Italian here.
I don't see a single Italian here, guys. I am more...
And iDubbz's head instantaneously goes to Mario. Wow. That's kind of telling. I love when these people try to be not racist, but turns out, to surprise, they're the biggest racist ever. It's kind of funny.
More Italian than any of these people.
Okay, dude. What the fuck are they? What the fuck are these people living in Italy? What does an Italian look like?
Yeah, what is a white man living in China if not a Chinese man for generations? Obviously.
You don't see an Italian? What are they gonna wear, a name tag? Yeah, my name's Riccardo, the Italian.
Okay, first of all, this is as always, iDubbz, very good cell phones, very cool. So, look at this. He says that he has no idea what Italian is, but Italian is pretty much anything but a white person. Keep that in mind. That's important. But here he goes. He calls an Italian Riccardo, first of all, and then he chooses the white guy to represent the Italian. For some reason, he did not choose Shaquish Shaquan right over here to represent the Italian, which means that iDubbz, while claiming that Italians don't exist, somehow at the same time is marking people that typically most people would associate as Italians, not her. That's That's very interesting, iDubbz. That's very honestly telling.
See any Italians here? You can fucking ask any of these people who are most certainly Italian. Ask them if they're Italian.
They would not answer that they're Italian, by the way.
I might not look like Mario, but I'm Italian. I know, it's hard to believe.
I am more Italian than any of these people.
By the way, guys, his clothing brand is called Conquest.
Damn.
He's a white
Damn.
South African making travel vlogs.
White South African iDubbz. Why would you ever point out that? Isn't he just South African? I thought. Well, I thought I thought skin color has nothing to do with any. Why would you point out that he's a white South African? That's so strange. iDubbz, that's so strange. Why would you do that?
That are vaguely xenophobic, and his clothing brand is called Conquest. We gotta retire one of those things at least.
Listen, iDubbz, you have. Where is it? You probably can. Oh, you can see it right here, I think. Oh yeah, here you can. iDubbz has a Mediterranean inspired dagger right here. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's pretty culturally appropriative right there, iDubbz. You probably should get your arm removed or something.
His clothing brand is called Conquest. He's a white South African making travel vlogs. We gotta retire one of those things at least. I would recommend the xenophobic part, but you could also change the conquest part as well. You know, at least one.
Saying that the streets is dangerous.
No, sono pericolosi.
Perché?
Perché hanno I coltelli tutti quanti, I maceti. Con
Maceti?
Sì, loro.
Look at all these guys.
Fatti vedere troppo. Qua.
Wait, is he gonna say machetes aren't dangerous?
The shit's on the floor. And here they are, just loitering. Very dangerous, he's saying.
Se passo là io adesso, sono un centinaio, mi caricano, sicuro.
So this is the part of the video where they really up the levels of propaganda. They start you off softly implying by just showing you like, this isn't like the postcards of Europe that you see. You guys have heard of Rome.
God, iDubbz is really the king of... He's making strawmans out of the strawmen now. Holy. He is truly ascending. Also, isn't this guy poor, by the way? I just want to point out, isn't iDubbz a literal guy who became a millionaire and then used his big fucking brain to make those millions into debt that he can't pay now? Isn't he literally poor? Isn't he literally poor now? And in debt? Am I gonna... and then now he's like, okay guys, listen to me, an intellectual right here. Bro probably doesn't have a nine grade Bro probably didn't finish the 9th grade. What are we even talking about here?
In your history class, you never saw pictures like this. You saw beautiful things like the Colosseum, but now you have to see immigrants. And then you get to this guy who's like, all right, now that I've primed you, I'm going to tell you how dangerous this street is that's adjacent to the farmer's market.
Can the street not be dangerous without anything prior being said? I'm sorry, is that not a thing? Is that impossible? Questions.
Never mind the fact that none of you have any idea what this market is, what this street is. He's just gonna act like he's an authority on...
Wait, is this a joke? Because, I mean, it has 1 star. Terrifying market... no, maybe this is a... With dangerous hooligans. No, wait, this is not a joke, is it? Is this a joke? I can't tell. Because iDubbz would never use a word like hooligan, right? He would use the word scary because everything's scary to him, but... Is this a joke? I can't tell if this is supposed to be a joke. VVV Rome... Is that a real thing? It's probably a real thing, isn't it? Let me check VVVRome.com. Oh, wait. No, didn't put a... Let's go. Rome.com. It is a real thing. The hell? Makes sense, probably. But still, is this a joke or no? You can't see the Rome.com here. So is this a joke or is... I can't tell. Is this real? Because if this is supposed to be evidence that iDubbz is right, I mean, it's pretty bad.
The matter, and vaguely imply that it's an immigrant problem and not a poverty problem. By the way, when I was editing this, I found
What's the difference?
the rest of this clip. He ends up leaving the marketplace and they go to some random public area and harass some people who are just minding their own business.
Okay, I'm gonna instantaneously assume, just by looking at this, that they're probably not harassing anyone. iDubbz just wants to make them look as bad as possible because iDubbz is on an agenda here.
Talking about how he's from Europe and he's more Italian than these people. I think he mentions Africa at one point.
We're in Italy. We're in Europe. We are not in Africa. Get away from me. Okay. This is my country. Yeah, Europe.
I mean, he's not saying that Europe is a country. Again,
Are you from Europe? I'm from Europe.
South Africa's not Europe. What? Wouldn't iDubbz have to say South America is as Europe as any other place that's not Europe at this point? I'm not sure.
Oh no! Europe is being overrun! Someone save Europe! Now, these videos themselves are
By the way, I mean, it's so pathetic. First of all, iDubbz has been incredibly racist and shown it in this video multiple times, and I have called it out. So he's a hypocrite for all of this. Second of all, you can bet his ass that he is not going to go into the dangerous places of any country that he visits. And if he does, you can bet your ass that he is not going to say while they're dangerous, or, point or show. Man, he's just such an absolute cuck. This is insane. Anyway, I can't stand this anymore. That was iDubbz. Somehow he has transcended soy and found something that's clearly even greater than soy. Anyway, bye-bye.